Okay, so today we're going to do adding and subtracting fractions with unlike denominators. It's going to be simple, so I'm going to go through it as quickly as possible. I'm not a graphic designer, so everything is not nice and neat, and my whole numbers or mixed fractions here are a little misaligned, but nonetheless, we're going to learn how to do this quickly. So I've laid out all the answers and how you work the problem completely out so that you can see it all as I explain it all. And so the first thing we're going to do with adding is we're going to simply multiply 3 times 5. This number times this number is going to give us 15. And then we're going to multiply this number times this number, which is going to give us 4. And then we're going to multiply this number times this number, which is going to give us 20 under both of these numbers. So it's going to make these numbers fractions. And then we simply add from there. 15 minus 4 gives us 19 over 20. That's our answer. It's that simple. I'm going to do another one that comes out with a little more work, so you'll know how to do that one as well. 8 times 2 gives us 16. 10 times 1 will give us 10, and then 10 times 2 is 20. So we're going to do the 16 over 20 plus 10 over 20 is going to give us 26 over 20. Well, that's an improper fraction, so we have to divide it. We're going to set our problem up to do regular division. 20 you can get how many 20s out of 26? You can get just one. And then you put your 1 there, and then you do regular division. 1 times 20 is 20. You're going to subtract here. So 26 minus 20 is going to leave you at 6. And then I teach my daughter, or I've taught my daughter in the past, to make a V here. So that you'll know which number goes first. And so this, after you've done your division, is going to give you an answer of 1 and 6 over 20. Okay, and then once we get the 1 and 6 over 20, we're going to have to reduce it. You reducing it just means that you have reduced it. You've done all the multiplication, all the division that you can do to get the problem down to the lowest terms. And in this case, in order to reduce, what we do is figure out which number, the same number we can divide both numbers by in the fraction. And in this case, that number would be 2. And so 6 divided by 2 is going to give us 3. And 20 divided by 2 is going to give us 10. So the way that you'll know that you got that correct is that you can multiply and just say 3 times 2 will give us 6. And then 10 times 2 will give us 20. And so your final answer for this problem will be 1 and 3/10. Okay, because when you reduce, you just bring your whole number over, and then you only reduce the fraction portion of the problem. Subtraction is the same as the addition, except you subtract it at one portion in the problem. Everything else you do the same, but I'm going to go through 2 problems of subtraction so you'll know how to do those as well. So the first thing we're going to do is multiply. 2 times 5 will actually give us 10, but I think I may have done this wrong. Okay, so sorry, I had to do some edits there because I was trying to copy and paste to make sure that I got everything aligned simpler on the subtraction. But anyway, the subtraction is just the same as the addition, but we're going to go through the problem. 2 times 10 is going to give us 20. And then 4 times 4 is going to give us 16. And then 4 times 10 is going to give us 40 under each of these numbers. And then we subtract. 20 minus 16 is going to give us 4 over 40. And then we're going to reduce it. What number can we divide both numbers by to reduce it? Well, 2. 2 here and 2 here. It's an imaginary 2. You can write it if you like. And let's just make sure that we got it right by going, okay, 2 times 2 equals 4, and 20 times 2 equals 40. So then that gives us 2 over 20, And then we want to reduce that even further. What number can we divide both of these by? Well, it's obviously 2 again. And so that's going to give us 1 over 10. And let's check it again. Let's go 1 times 2 equals 2. And 10 times 2 equals 20. So our final answer is 1 over 10. And then we have 4 over 10 minus 1 over 4. So the first thing we're going to do is multiply 4 times 4. It gives us 16. And then 10 times 1 gives us 10. 10 times 4 it gives us 40 under each of these numbers. And then we're going to subtract 16 minus 10. It's going to give us 6. We're going to simply bring our 40 over. And then we're going to reduce. What number can we reduce, or can we divide both the 6 and the 40 by? Has to be the same number that you divide both by to get a new fraction. That number obviously here is going to be 2, because 3 times 2 is 6, and 20 times 2 is 40. So our final answer is 3 over 20. Hope you enjoyed this video. Once again, I'm just a mom. I don't have a teacher certification, so if there's something a little off, please chalk it up to me just being a parent trying to teach my child some simple math facts. Have a good day.